In yoga, there isn't just one body, there's said to be five bodies. So the outermost, the most obvious, is our physical body, and the innermost, less obvious, is known as the bliss body, Ananda Koshamaya. So, evidence of a bliss body would be, for example, they often use babies because babies just so new to the world, and there they are expressing just pure contentment or pure joy, happiness, pure love, spontaneous laughter. And by watching and interacting with babies, we instantly connect to that as well. So, another example would be the love of your pet dog, your cat curling up contentedly in your lap, um, being in the groove, playing an instrument, or listening to music that you just love, or doing any of the arts. Anytime you feel yourself doing something that you just love and you just, you're in that perfect feeling of it, that's the bliss body. Now, to follow your bliss, as Joseph Campbell is famous for saying, really just go with what energizes you, what excites you, or what brings you positivity. That's what connects you to the bliss body. And our bliss body is always there. Like when you fly in an airplane and you get taken by surprise when you pierce through the clouds and you're reminded that the sun is always shining, always. Our bliss body is always there. You just have to access it. So let's do a fairly quiet practice based on the bliss body. Just sit down in the chair comfortably and just start to inhale. Feel how the body rises up. And as you exhale, you feel things settling back down. Just feeling how the breath activates the physical body. Couple of breaths there. Maybe make the inhalation a little longer, a little slower. And feel that exhalation. It's very settling. Then you can inhale and let yourself grow a little taller. And as you exhale, try to keep some of that height, but let the lower body just settle into the chair. So with each inhale, body rises a little bit more. Exhale, try to focus on the hips and the lower body settling into the chair, but you're keeping some of that length that you've gained. So we're lengthening out the spine. And then the next time that you exhale, just let the chin fall gently towards the chest and just breathe there. And you'll feel the neck and the shoulders, the upper back engaged. Maybe they feel a little bit tight. Just think about how gentle the breath is, feeling it coming in through the nose and out again. And imagine that you're breathing into those tight muscles, and that softness of the breath is helping to soften those muscles. The body starts to follow the breath. And then we'll just use our imagination, exercise the imagination a little bit, like children do. In your mind's eye only, imagine that as you inhale, the head would roll to the right a little. Exhale, the chin would return towards the chest. And on your next inhale, the head would roll a little to the left. And exhale, chin towards chest. And in your mind's eye, keep inhaling, the head will roll one way and then the other. Exhaling, always returning chin towards the chest. And even though we're doing this in our imagination, you may have detected some movement has started to happen, and that's fine. Just allow whatever movement comes, but it comes as a result of the breath, not as a result of muscular effort. So as you take that lovely long inhalation, and the head really does roll a little bit with it, and on the exhale, just gently releases chin to chest, going from side to side, as if the inhales were powering, were hydraulically moving the head, and the exhale just releases. And as we continue to just let these gentle neck rolls happen, solely from luxurious, lovely, long breath, letting the muscles soften with the breath, be like the breath, taking it easy, letting go of the outer world for a little while and just being in the world of the breath. And the next time that you exhale and the chin returns to the chest, just pause there. And then again, in your imagination, thinking about the vertebrae of the neck as beads on a string or blocks like children's toys. Just inhale and very gently start to stack one vertebra gently and perfectly on top of the other. No muscular effort. Just see these blocks stacking in your imagination. And very slowly and gently, your head will come back up to level. Softly open the eyes. And then we'll take the back of the hands to behind the body. So you may have to sit a little forward in your chair, maybe not. And the back of the hands might just go slightly behind the hips, or they may go all the way to the lower back, the sacrum area, or they may come up higher on the spine. Maybe you're even holding your forearms or elbows. Again, just wherever feels comfortable to you that you can keep the position. And then just breathe softly and gently. And make that inhalation a little longer, a little smoother. And let that exhalation be a little bit more gentle and easy. And feel how, as you inhale, the chest lifts a little, chest broadens. Maybe it feels like the elbows are widening. But on the exhalation, do nothing, just exhale and let the body find its own way back to where it started from. And you may find as you continue to access the breath that again, the breath is doing the movement for you. And you may find that at the very top of the inhalation, there's a little pause where you can enjoy that second or two of stillness and joy. Everything is effortless and easy. And even though that pause at the top of the inhale is only for a second, really enjoy that second. And the next time that you exhale, let the whole body soften. Let the hands slide down to the back of the chair, coming out of the pose. And then we can take the hands back to the front of the body. A little bit of gentle twist. So the legs are hip width apart. Bring both hands over to one leg. Then you can allow that outer arm to drop beside you, or for a stronger twist, you can put it behind you. And then again, take a nice long inhalation. Body will lift. Exhale, see what happens. Maybe some twist comes, maybe not. Each inhale, body will float up. Exhalation, maybe a little more twist comes. Or maybe you just start to feel a little more comfortable in the pose. Let the head and neck go wherever it wants to go. As you take that luxurious inhalation, and on the exhale, you just let everything release into the pose. And the more relaxed you can be, the more the muscles can relax and therefore become more flexible. So it's that old paradox: the less you try, the easier it is. And the next time that you exhale, very slowly and gently let the entire body melt, and you'll find yourself coming back to center. And you can bring the hands back onto the lap. And then, of course, we'll do the other side. So you can bring both hands over to the other leg. Again, legs are hip width apart, feet are flat on the floor. Let the outer arm just fall beside you, or for more of a twist, you can tuck it behind you on the chair. And then once again, deep, luxurious inhalation. And as you exhale, maybe some twist comes, maybe not. See what happens. Just continue to breathe really fully, slowly, enjoyably. See if some twist comes, or again, maybe just a feeling of comfort within the pose. Let the head flow to wherever it wants to flow as you gently and slowly inhale and exhale. It's wonderful just to feel the luxury of the breath. But of course, the twists are also good for the body. They're providing some circulation to the inner organs, some work for the spine and the back muscles. They're a cleansing pose. So again, the next time that you exhale, very slowly and gently melt the entire body with that exhalation. You'll find yourself coming back to center, and the hands can come back to the lap. And a little bit of counterposing. So we'll have the hands on the knees. And all you need to do is take a luxurious inhale. And as you exhale, gently round the back, the head will start to hang a little. And then with each exhalation, maybe you can round the back a little bit more. Maybe with each exhalation, the head can just release a little bit more, feeling some more gravity. Exhalation, the spine moves a little bit more towards the wall behind you. And the neck can release a little bit more. Oh, a very gentle forward bend. And to come out of the pose, again, going back to the imagination, thinking about the very base of the spine and all of the vertebrae like beads on a string. Inhale and start to stack the lowest vertebrae, one on top of the other, slowly, slowly. Very gently, no muscular effort. When you come towards the mid and upper back, don't try. Just in your mind, stack vertebrae very gently and carefully, and the head and neck will come up slowly and easily. Oh, you might feel like taking another nice deep inhale and exhale, and then we'll move to our next pose, Sharvangasana, adapted for the chair, because Sharvangasana is shoulder stand, so we don't have to get on our backs and point our feet up to the ceiling. We can just kind of reverse the plane of it all and do it seated in the chair. So again, modify this in any way that works for you, but we're going to take the palms of the hands and place them behind us. So again, that might be just behind the hips, or it might be all the way onto the back. It might be up higher, or it might be lower. Find a spot where you can comfortably keep the hands, the palms, against the back of the body. And then inhale, feel that chest lift. Exhale, just watch the body soften back down. Every inhale, chest will lift, body will rise. Exhale, don't do anything, just let the body find its way back. And again, the key here is to just flow with the breath. Don't feel like you need to try. Just let yourself have wonderful long inhales and exhales. Keep everything soft and easy. The softer and more relaxed the body is, the more flexibility can happen with the muscles. So the next time you inhale and the body lifts, keep that lift as you exhale and let the chin go down towards the chest. And then just stay there and breathe. So the torso is somewhat uplifted, but the chin has released down towards the chest. And we're just breathing here, feeling how the muscles of the neck and the shoulders can soften. Still, we're getting some stretch through the back muscles, through the forearms, wrists, and hands. Just breathing here, there's actually a lot going on. And our breath is gentle so that the body stays gentle and everything can just stretch out a little more easily. And then with your next inhalation, very slowly let the head start to float back up very gently. And then when you get there, use an exhale to soften the body and the hands will slide away from the back and return to the lap. Now we'll work the lower body into the mix. So if you just widen the legs, so that could be where the knees are just an inch beyond the hips, or maybe the legs want to widen right out. It actually doesn't matter. What does matter is that you have the ankles directly under the knees so that you have a nice stable kind of table leg feeling to the legs. And then you have the hands on the knees. And we'll just take a couple of breaths here. Just inhale, feel the body float up. Exhale, let the lower body soften into the chair, but try to keep a bit of the lift just like before. Inhale, let things rise. Exhale, let the pelvis area go a little more into the chair. And we're here in Konasana, angle pose. And then we're going to take the back of the hands and place them against the inner knees. And then here, again, just inhale, hands will press against the knees will resist. Exhale, let yourself soften, coming back down. So every inhale, fill the chest, lift the body, hands will press against the knees, knees will resist. Exhale, everything softens back to the start. So just keep breathing. Inhalations are slow, long, luxurious. You get that sense of rising upwards. Back of the hands, press the inner knees resist the hands. Exhalations, floating down. A few more breaths here. And again, maybe you find that pause at the top of the inhale, that second of stillness. Really enjoy that. A second of peace is still peace. A moment of stillness is still valuable. And then taking your time, the next time that you exhale and everything starts to come down, go ahead and relax the whole body to come out of the pose. And then we'll stay in Konasana with the legs opened out into angle pose. But we're just going to gently start to turn towards one leg as we did for the twist. So you can just gently bring one hand over onto the other hand, onto one leg. And we're going to inhale. And as you exhale, a little bit, just orient over towards that leg. So centimeter by centimeter. We're inhaling upwards and we're exhaling a little more over towards that one leg. Centimeter by centimeter. And even if you're American, you know what I mean. I could say quarter inch by quarter inch. But eventually we get to that other leg. And then here, facing that leg, inhale, ride the breath up the spine, body lifts. Exhale, try to keep a bit of that lift as you ride the breath down the spine. So every inhale, riding the breath all the way up the spine. Exhale, riding it all the way back down. Couple more breaths like this. Long, smooth inhalations, gentle exhalations. And the next time you inhale and you rise up, keep that upwardness. And then use an exhale to bring the chin towards the chest. And then just breathe there. And again, in the imagination, inhale, ride the breath up the spine. Exhale, ride it all the way back down. And you'll feel a slight bobbing up of the torso on the inhale. Exhale, going a little more into the pose. Again, keep the breath long, easy, relaxed. And the next time that you exhale, you can just pause and then use an inhale to very gently let the head start to come back up to level. And then you can take an inhale, and as you exhale, soften the entire body. And just like the twist, you'll find yourself coming back to center, a hand on each leg. And then we'll do the other side. So very gently, just take one hand over to the other leg, and we'll use the breath to move the body towards that leg. So Inhale, feel that bobbing up when you inhale. Exhale, move a tiny bit towards that leg, just a little bit. And we're just going to go in increments of the breath. And you know your body, so if it doesn't want to move, don't make it move. Just breathe. Don't feel like you have to end up facing that leg. Just going as far as you can is perfectly fine. And I guarantee if you did this every day for a year, you'd probably get a little closer to that leg at the end of that year. So flexibility always comes without forcing. And now we're going to go back to inhale, ride the breath up the spine, body will curve upwards. Exhale, ride the breath back down the spine. So nice long inhalations, body rising. Exhale, following the breath all the way down the spine. Couple more breaths. Here we are on a twist. We're working the inner legs. There's a lot going on here. Core is working. And then the next time that you inhale and rise up, keep that lift. And then on your exhalation, bring the chin towards the chest. And then just go on in your mind's eye, riding the breath up the spine and all the way back down. On your inhales, you'll feel the torso lift. On your exhales, maybe the chin can release a little deeper towards the chest. I always think of an amusement park ride when I do this. Like I'm riding on one of those roller coasters all the way up. And then the one comes all the way down, which I've never actually gone on that roller coaster because it's too scary for me. And then the next time that you exhale, you can just pause for a second. And then you can use an inhale to start the head gently coming back up to center, slowly, slowly. And when you get back there, you can use an exhale to soften the entire body. And you'll find the torso coming back to center with a hand on each leg. And then with the hands on the knees, and again, the ankles are directly below the knees. Take an inhale, chest will lift a little. Exhale, move the body a little bit forward. And then inhale, float back up. So every exhale, move the chest forward, keep the gaze level. And then inhale, press the hands into the knees to float back up. And see if you can go at your pace of breath. In the exhale, the breath will release you to just where it feels perfect. And the inhale, I always think of a cable car riding back up to the top of the mountain. See if you can surrender to the breath so that it feels as if the breath is doing all the work. And then one more. The next time that you inhale back up to center, just pause there. And when you get there, you can very gently start bringing the legs back to center. And you can sit back in your chair. For some people, it may feel comfortable, not all, to have your feet and flip them like pancakes so that the tops of the toes come onto the floor. Give some stretch to the ankle and the top of the foot. You can do that right underneath you or alongside the chair. If that doesn't feel good, don't bother. But it just gives you some counterposing because whether you're standing all day or sitting all day or both, the feet are always locked in that one position. So this allows us to give them a counterpose. And then you can let the arms fall alongside the body. And inhale, chest will lift, gently float the shoulders up. And as you exhale, let them roll back gently, gently, a couple of times. Inhale, like the breath floats them up. Exhale, shoulders gently start rolling back until you get something like a wave, like water flowing gently, slowly, and easily. And the next time that you exhale, let the shoulder blades tuck into the center of the back so that the chest is lifted. And then bend your elbows and let the back of the hands come onto the thighs. And then imagine that you're looking over the top of a crowd and then tuck the chin in just a little so that the head sits perfectly on the neck. Close the eyes and just inhale to the count of 4 and exhale to the count of 4. Doesn't matter what speed, whatever works for you. Just keep the count even. If you start out quickly, you'll find that it will slow down on its own. And then change the count to inhale to the count of 4, exhale to the count of 5. And then change it to inhale to the count of 4, exhale to the count of 6. And the next time that you complete your exhalation, just go back to a natural breath, but keep the eyes closed. And then take a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, soften the scalp, soften it so that it just floats gently on the skull. Use an exhale to soften the nose. Let it relax across the face. Use an exhale to release the hinges of the jaw. Let the lower jaw move away from the upper jaw. Let that jaw release with the exhale. And use an exhalation to soften the ears away from the head. Let them slide even. And then exhale, soften the front of the throat. And exhale, soften the shoulders. Let them go. Just release the shoulders. Soften the elbows. Think of the palms open to the sky. Exhale, soften the skin of the palms. Let the fingers soften and relax. Let the hands release into the thighs. On an exhale, soften the knees and legs. Just let them go. The chair will hold you up. And one more nice full inhalation. And as you exhale, let the chin fall towards the chest one last time. And my quote for this class comes from Joseph Campbell, who said, "Life has no meaning. Each of us has meaning, and we bring it to life. It is a waste to be asking the question when you are the answer." So take one more nice deep inhalation and a longer exhalation. And what the heck, one more nice full inhale, even longer exhale. And on your next inhale, let the head gently float up, eyes open, and then pin a medal on your chest for 30 minutes of breathing, mindfulness, positivity, stretching, all good things, philosophy. How many people do you know who take the time to do that? Well done. Thanks for joining me.